Hey guys, I'm back again with another opinion video. Now this one is called Barakamon, and it's a very different show from what I usually watch. It's a slice of life, and it's a comedy, and it's a healing show, basically. It heals your soul. It's one of those soul-searching soft animes that when you just need a break from everything else. A friend of mine actually told me that it was really good, and I decided, well, why not? I'll give it a try. And because of that, I actually really enjoyed myself. I was really stressed at the time with exams and with everything else that was going on. There was a lot of home stuff going on. There was a lot of stuff on the farm. There was a lot of basically just bull going on at the time. And because of that, I really needed kind of just a softer show that wouldn't make me stress. I didn't really need to think about it. It wasn't something that I really needed to worry about. And because of that, I really enjoyed the show at the time. Now, as I said, it's a slice of life. It's a comedy. It's a very calm feeling show. I wouldn't say it was straight comedy just because there's only a few jokes here or there cracked, but it's a very soul-softening show. You don't really have to pay attention all that much. It's just a breathe in, breathe out kind of show. And because of that, it was something I needed at that point in time, and I think that's what made it a lot better for me. So basically, there's this guy who does calligraphy, and he punches one of the directors at a show because he insulted his work or something, and basically gets forced to go to this isolated island with a whole bunch of country people, and he thinks he's gonna hate it, and at first he does. But he starts to fall in love with the land, he starts to fall in love with the townspeople, he starts to fall in love with the calm kind of aura of everything there, the ambience it has. And because of that, his work starts to get better. So there's, again, the guy who does calligraphy is our main character. Our secondary main character is a cute little ragamuffin girl. She's 6 years old, she's the town scamp, she is funny, she is a weirdo, but she gets into this guy's heart, and he thinks of her basically as a daughter at the time. And he does everything with her. He takes her to the beach, they just do stuff at her house, and I mean, they haven't had newcomers in a long time on this island, and they really enjoyed having this guy here. So basically he turns into a working man who cares. He cares about the people on the island. He cares about learning how to do things on the island. He cares about the people. He cares about his own work. It was just something he could do before, and I mean, he got called back to Japan when his work, he felt, got better. But once he got there, he couldn't write a thing. He couldn't. There was nothing that he could do until he got a phone call from all the children on the island, and that made him write something. Mind you, it didn't get first place in the competition, but it was something he needed. And he realized where his home actually was. It wasn't in Japan with everybody else. It was on this little island. This little backwoods kind of island with a bus that runs once a day, and one car on the island, and a tractor, and these children, and the peaceful life. And he realized that that is where he wanted to be, and that's who he needed to be for himself. And I think that that was a really nice kind of ending to this show, because he realized, even with all his city friends coming and visiting for a couple of days, that it wasn't something that was going to change, that it was something that he loved, that he called home, and where he wanted to stay. This isn't my usual watch. I mean, I almost never watch something like this because I like the action, I like the supernatural, I like fighting, I like magic, I like everything that's a little out there, the fantasy-esque kind of stuff. But this, at the time, was a really great show for me to watch, and I remember it very fondly at this point. I love it. I'd watch it again. And I don't really watch shows again, but this is one that I feel that would calm me enough to watch again. So like always, guys, if there's anything you want me to watch, drop it below and I'll take a look through them and I'll let you know what I've watched, and if I have, I'll let you know what I thought about it. Now, again, in the description, I'll leave a link to where you can read a little bit more about this show on Anime Planet, and I will leave a link for where you can watch it on Kiss Anime or GoGo Anime, depending on which one I found it on originally. I don't really remember at the time. I believe it was Kiss Anime, but I'm not 100% sure. But this show was a really good show for me. I enjoyed it, and if you're looking for something that's soft, that's a good show, that has a storyline that isn't just episodic, but is peaceful, it's not all out there, this might be a show that you guys will like. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later.